Is this too much red? Have I made an error in getting dressed today? We'll see. Hello, hi, how are you? I hope you guys are having an amazing day today. Hello and welcome to Glowmas! Woo! Burr, burr, burr. Hi, this is the first video of Glowmas, I'm pretty sure, so that's pretty exciting. Yeah, we're trying it again this year. I give no promises for realsies, but I have been working really hard to make this happen this year, and I think we're gonna be successful at it. So, welcome to Glowmas, I suppose. Welcome to 25 Days of Glow. There's gonna be a new video every single day this month, and I'm really excited about it. So, okay. This video is not going to be for everyone. This is not going to be a video that's like the most viewed on my channel. However, I used to do a series on my channel called Yass or Pass, which was basically where I would go through new makeup releases and just talk about whether I liked them or not, if I thought they were cool or not. I stopped doing it about 2 years ago, I want to say, because I just stopped being as interested in makeup and I stopped caring about new releases as much, so I didn't really feel it was authentic to get on here and talk about new releases. But one thing I still deeply care about, and one thing I still find fascinating, is holiday releases from makeup brands. I just find them to be so fascinating, and I'm really wanted to just sit down and roast some of them in a Yass or Pass style video. So if you remember the Yass or Passes, they're back for right now, baby. We're gonna go through Trend Mood today, and we're just gonna talk. I mean, I don't know the backstory about a lot of these products. I'm not the most informed person. I'm just your everyday average makeup consumer giving you my opinion based on what I'm seeing. So that's how these videos go. And yeah, if you wanna watch that, keep doing what you're doing. The first thing I would like to talk about, I have to give room so I can put the pictures right here. First thing I want to talk about is this new holiday launch from Gucci. They have like a 4-quarter eyeshadow palette and a blush, it looks like, and a few different lipstick options. First of all, I think that Gucci's packaging is literally stunning. Like, I've always thought their packaging is stunning. I feel like it gives high-end in the same way that Tom Ford definitely gives high-end luxury. Gucci's pretty good at making products that look really pretty. Here's the problem. They're pretty bad at making good products. The only thing I have from Gucci that I have ever like loved and used to the point where I hit pan on it is the Gucci bronzer. I'll put a picture of it right here. I am obsessed with the Gucci bronzer. I wear it almost daily. So I'm not opposed to Gucci necessarily, their makeup. I think some of them can be kind of good when they're not terrible. That's the problem. It's so hit or miss. Like, Gucci is just such a hit or miss brand. You really don't know what you're gonna get, if you're gonna get this amazingly beautiful whatever, or if you're gonna get something like this. This doesn't even look good. I'm just gonna say it. The packaging isn't even that interesting or fun. They went with a very red and gold theme, which is like very inspired. We've never seen that before for the holidays. I hate the eyeshadow quad. I don't think the colors even go together even a little bit. And from the looks of the swatches, it doesn't look like these are particularly special shades or anything special at all, actually. They look just like chalky, kind of maybe a little bit of glitter thrown in eyeshadows. I don't know what you're supposed to create with this. I guess that's my biggest qualm with this palette. If you could even call, I guess it's a quad, but my biggest qualm with the quad is that I don't even know what looks you're supposed to be making. And I also think it's funny that they put the dual-ended, like, 1-cent brush in there. They made sure there was room. They could have just given you more fucking product, but they had to put that stupid foam brush that nobody uses except, was it Simply Nailogical? Or was it Jenna Marbles who did a video using those still? One of the two. One of those two will be very happy with this palette. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this at all. I think this is an absolute, like, easy skip. Like, for sure, easy skip. Also, these lipstick shades are just uninspired. They're just nudes. You have nudes. I guarantee you have nudes. You have nudes. I guarantee it. So you're completely fine without this. I don't think anybody actually needs this. And I don't really know what the demographic is, I suppose. Yeah, not a fan. Next, we're gonna be moving on to Pat McGrath's holiday collection. I love Pat McGrath's shadows. Still to this day, I own a bunch of the palettes. I don't even know if you can buy some of them anymore, the like mothership palettes. God, I wonder if you can still buy those. Editing me, do a fact check. Hi, it's editing me. Yeah, Hannah, you can still, oh my God. Oh my God. You can still buy those? I was thinking of Natasha Denona. Thank you. But I still have all of mine, and I went through a purge a few months ago where I got rid of so much old makeup because I just had way too much of it. And one thing I did not get rid of at all were my Pat McGrath shadows. I kept all of them. Pretty much every other brand, I cut something out from it, but the Pat McGrath shadows, I just have this like deep love for them. I think they're so unique and beautiful. Even just the matte shades. I know everybody talks about the super special shimmers, which they are amazing, but even the matte shades, the blendability is just there. Like the quality of Pat McGrath is there. With all of that being said, I do love the quality. I think it's great. None of this inspires me. I'm going to be totally honest. Like, I think that the actual palette feels a little jumbled. Jumbled would be a good word for it. I'm happy they've started to put that beautiful packaging that they put on the box on the actual palettes. Like, that makes me happy. But I just look at these and I don't feel anything. Like, there's nothing inspiring about these to me. The only shades that I think look kind of inspiring are that gold color and that black, like, sparkly duo. I would want to see those in person because I actually think that could be some cool defining lid shade moments. Like, I think that would actually be pretty neat. And also that green and that champagne color look really pretty. They're probably going to be like $30 for the duos. I don't see the prices listed here, but... And also these 5-pan shadows, again, just uninspired. They're just glitter, like basic glitters that everyone already has for the most part. Honestly, if you take out that purple in the big palette, like you block that off, the purple and the seafoam green, it's just a basic, boring, neutral palette. Like, it's nothing interesting. It's nothing fun. And that's disappointing from Pat McGrath. This big palette, to me, just kind of looks like all shades that maybe didn't make it into different palettes that they just mushed together to make one gigantic palette. Like, it's not speaking to me even a little bit. Only thing out of this that I would actually wholeheartedly recommend somebody getting would be the lipstick trio, and that's because the matte lipsticks from Pat McGrath are some of the best lipsticks that you can possibly get. I think the formula is unlike anything else. I bought one of these, the mini like trios for Christmas. God, 2 or 3 years ago I bought one, and I still have them and they still work. They're still amazing. They have a great formula. It's a really beautiful matte but movable formula, so it moves with your lips. It doesn't get caked or crackly. I think it's one of the best lip formulas on the market, to be perfectly honest, but they are expensive. So these lip minis are a really good opportunity to get some of these. But everything else, I'm just so uninspired. This is such a pass for me. Let me know what you think about this. I'm being too cynical, or I've just been like doing makeup for too long, or what the tea is. But this, nothing about this eyeshadow palette is like, let me create a look. Like, there's nothing cohesive about it to me. The only 2 things I'm interested in are those duos, the gold and black duo, and the lipsticks. I think that would be a good investment of money. But other than that, I hate the word investment of money when it comes to makeup. Makeup is not an investment. I'm so sorry. I hate that narrative. It's absolutely not an investment. It's literally just, it's stuff. It's stuff that makes your eyes shimmery. Like, it's stuff. Okay, this is an absolute Yass for me. I know this video is supposed to be mostly roasting, but I put this in here because, like, you should buy this. The Summer Friday lip butters are the best lip butter formula on the market, in my personal opinion. I have gone through about, I want to say 10 to 12 of the OG lip butters. I use it every night before bed, and I use it constantly during the day. I always have at least 2 of them on me in my bag. I'm obsessed with this. It makes my lips, I have very, very small lips, so it's kind of hard, weirdly, to find stuff that actually works for my lips because a lot of stuff just slides right off. This makes my lips so soft and so moisturized, and especially I notice the difference when I'm going to put on like a lipstick. It goes on so much smoother since I've been using this. I've been using this for years. I think they're amazing, and I absolutely love the tinted ones. They work as like a lip gloss. I think they're beautiful. I saw that they were releasing their tinted ones, some of their tinted ones in sets, as you can see here. And if you are at all interested in having like the softest lips of all time, I would highly recommend checking these out. I actually think it's a really good deal. These are a Yass from me personally. I think these are so good, and I love, love, love the shades that they came out with. I'm actually probably going to buy the mini set that's here, the like neutral minis. I think I'm gonna buy those because I just love the formula. Mwah! Chef's kiss. Had to talk about these. Probably these will also be in the best things I bought in 2024, even though I've bought them multiple years. I just always will sing the praises of Summer Friday's lip butter. I think it's one of the best creations in makeup ever. Okay, we have this palette from Lawless, and I just wanted to talk about this because I think it might win the most boring fucking holiday palette I've ever seen in my life, and that's saying something, because there are doozies. This is nothing. It looks like just different shades of sand. It's a sand themed palette, but it's supposed to be holiday. There's nothing holiday from it. The packaging isn't even holiday. This should have been the Sandstorm collection or something like that. All of this is just so incredibly boring to me. 4 of these glitter shades, these golden, honestly 5 of the 6 shimmer shades all look essentially identical and will look essentially identical on your eye. The mattes look incredibly chalky and pale and gross. The only color that kind of adds a pop is that deep blue, but I don't even know, I'm not even sure like what you would use that for in a look like this, because it's not necessarily a cool toned palette, but it's not necessarily warm toned either. It's kind of somehow a desaturated version of both. I think this is probably one of the more boring launches I saw this year. I was really surprised because I like a lot of stuff from Lawless, and I know they kind of have that clean girl, cool girl aesthetic to them. Like, they're definitely more that vibe of a brand. They remind me a lot of Glossier in that. Even Glossier puts out at least like fun packaging, and it's like an experience when you order from them. This is just nothing. Like, it's just sand and 5 of the same colors on your, and 5 of the same shimmer shades. Purpley shimmer thrown in there. Literally just sand. It confuses me so much how anybody thought like this is good. This is what I talk about when I say the overproduction of makeup in the makeup industry. This is the type of shit I'm talking about. We've seen this palette thousands of times over. It's not interesting. It's not that pretty. It's not holiday by any means. Like, it just has nothing. It gives nothing. There's no reason that this should exist. The only reason it exists is to waste plastics and ruin the world even more. Ilia came out with these new holiday palettes, and okay, I'm gonna give them a pass for not having holiday packaging because their brand, they stick with an aesthetic. Like, Ilia has a brand. Is it pronounced Ilia? Pretty sure it is. They have an aesthetic. Like, they have a vibe that they go for. These are face palettes. It looks like there's a highlighter, a contour bronzer shade, and 2 blushes. It's in 3 different tones. And from what I can see based on the pictures, it doesn't look like it covers a great spectrum of skin tones. All of these 3 just look like they got 1 layer of the sepia filter added to it each time it goes down. Like, it doesn't really look like there's a broad spectrum of shades here. Again, I don't know how you can really call this a holiday palette. I kind of wish if they were gonna do this concept, because a face palette's not a bad idea. I like face palettes. I know some people say they're like kind of a waste. Personally, I'm a fan of a face palette. I kind of wish there had been, because it's a holiday theme, like a cherry red blush or a super multi-chrome or multicolored highlighter that maybe had some green in it. Like, there's cool ways to do a holiday theme face palette that actually is holiday themed, or even like a bright yellow, because yellow is definitely a holiday color as well. A blue thrown in there somewhere, like some sort of duochrome with a blue. I feel like there were just ways to make this actually interesting, and this is not one of them. This gave nothing, and still gives nothing, frankly. I don't think Ilia gives a lot anyway, to be honest. It's not my favorite brand. I've tried a couple things from them, and everything I try is just meh. It's not like bad. I wouldn't go on and bash them, but it's definitely not amazing quality. There's also this Westman Atelier. I know I'm not saying that right, and I know you'll tell me. I've tried one thing from the brand. I think I tried a cream bronzer from them before. I know that I tried them once because I was like, I've never heard of this brand. What the fuck is this? I actually like this collab. I don't know. The packaging is very Christmas. The pink and green, it's giving Wicked, but it's also giving like, you know, Christmas, holiday time, cheer. I like enjoy the packaging of it. I like the color of the liquid blushes. I actually think they look really beautiful. It's kind of nice that they did pink and green instead of red and green, because you see so much red and green in the holiday season. This definitely stands out a little bit more to me. I don't think I've ever tried their cream blush formula. I'm trying to remember if I bought a cream blush or if I bought something else from them. Might have been a cream bronzer that I bought from them. But I would be willing to try the formula, especially because I'm really, really into cream blushes right now. I'm less into liquid blushes than I used to be, and I'm moving back over to the cream blush phase. So this is something that would be right up my alley. And also that hot pink blush is unlike anything I have. I actually think that's really pretty and cool. If anybody's tried this formula, let me know down below, because I'm super curious to know if this would be worth giving a try for. I definitely don't think it's the worst holiday collection I've seen. I think this is one of the better ones. It's smaller, but it's really cohesive, so it makes a lot of sense. I am definitely a fan of this. Okay, I don't like Makeup by Mario. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that. I don't like the brand Makeup by Mario. I don't think this Christmas collection is very good. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. It gives, Makeup by Mario gives what KKW Beauty was trying to give, which is like these super simple products that are just very overpriced and have very little product in them. That's kind of what Makeup by Mario gives for me. And also for how expensive this brand is, I'm so sorry. I get like minimal packaging is very in. This packaging is so cheap. Just the cheapest thing ever. It feels like just plastic that you could get at the dollar store. They're not like heavy or weighted or a lot of money put into them. Like the packaging feels fucking cheap. There's never a design either. I know it was like made for makeup artists and that's why it's super simple because it should be easy for you to grab from your kit. I hate that because you're marketing to everyday consumers as well. You're not only selling to makeup artists, you're selling to everyone. So I get the whole premise of like, well, it could be used for makeup artists and it's helpful for them. And that's the intention behind it, but you're selling it to the masses. You're not selling it at BeautyCon, you're selling it at Sephora. It should have something interesting on it. Get some interesting packaging out, please, for the love of God. Anyway, what's inside the packaging? Honestly, I don't hate this eyeshadow palette. I have never liked the Makeup by Mario formula, eyeshadow palette formula. It's never been my favorite to use. I have used their cream bronzer before and I didn't mind it. I thought it was okay, but I didn't love their eyeshadow palette formula. So to me, this just looks like it's going to be chalky and very powdery because that's what I remember the eyeshadow palettes being like. Also, ever since brands have been coming out with these more magical shimmer shades, am I the only one that feels so underwhelmed by just normal shimmers now? Like ever since you've come out with the Pat McGrath shimmers or the Natasha Denona's or Patrick Ta just came out with some duos that I'm dying to try. Ever since those really special sparkly shades have come out, I have a hard time wanting to use normal glitter shades that are just going to be kind of chalky. I at least appreciate that this palette seems more cohesive, unlike the Lawless palette. Like at least it has a cohesion to it. It doesn't just look like sand. There's some deepening shades. It's obviously a very cool toned palette. I like cool toned palettes. I've been really into more, you can't tell today because I'm wearing the most bronzed makeup ever, but I've been really into doing more cool toned makeup looks. If you've seen on my Instagram, I've just been loving like a black smoky eye. I think it looks so classic and pretty lately. So the colors of this actually really appeal to how I've been doing my makeup lately. However, I still think for the price tag that you're paying for Makeup by Mario, this is just bad. Like this is just uninspired basically. I don't know how else to put it. It's just a little bit uninspired. There's not a lot going on here. I'd be really curious to see how the shimmer shades swatch to see if they are what I think they are, because what they look like is, you know, when you press down and there's just no give to a shadow, it's just like super, super pressed in, it's super compact. And that means the shimmer is more separated when you put it on your finger or on the brush. It just looks a little bit more separated. Honestly, it reminds me of a palette Tarte would make. Like I could see Tarte making this same palette and putting it in like a green aqua packaging and people fucking hating it. By Mario, people are interested. I don't know. I'm not super intrigued by this one, despite it being up my alley. So I don't know what that tells you, but it tells me that I shouldn't buy it. So, okay, Profusion did a holiday collaboration with the Peanuts. This looks like a whole lot of stuff. It's just a lot of stuff. It's like lip glosses and brush sets, and there's a sleep mask, and there's lip oils, and there's nail polishes, and it's Profusion as a brand. Isn't the best quality, but this is something I think is meant to be like a gift. You would give this as like a stocking stuffer, or you would give it to your friend as a gift who really liked the Peanuts. This is like cute. I think that the packaging is very well done. I think it's all very cutesy. I actually really like the lip gloss set where it's all the different characters on the lip gloss. I think that's actually adorable. You know, buying Profusion that it's not going to be the most stunning makeup you've ever bought in your life, but it's very affordable. And for the affordability, I think this collab is adorable. They have a little Snoopy beauty blender that's really, really cute. Like there's some gems in here that I'm like, okay, this would be a really cute gift for someone, or someone in your life who likes the Peanuts and likes makeup. Like this would be a really good gift. I don't think this is necessarily meant or intended to be put out as something like you would buy for yourself unless you really love the Peanuts and you want all the collectible stuff. But the thing about collectible stuff is that at the end of the day, and maybe this is just because I've become significantly less of a consumer than I used to be. Have gone through this self-realization of understanding that physical things don't always make you happy. I still love shopping, obviously, but I try really hard to be more mindful about how I shop. And I will say the thing about these sort of collectible items is that makeup goes bad. I think it'd be way cooler to go on eBay and find like a collectible glass thing that is the Peanuts if you're really obsessed with Snoopy. Like, I think that would just make a lot more sense. It's something more tangible that you can actually have. I'm not going to shame anyone for wanting to buy something that's for a collection, because I'm definitely a collector of certain things, so I get it. I just think nothing about this is screaming like anything that you would actually be able to keep for a substantial amount of time. Yeah, there's really nothing here. Also, the sleep mask is so weird to me. I'm not really getting the sleep mask, but whatever. Okay, I already talked about these, but these are the Patrick Ta duos. I'm buying these. Spoiler alert, I'm gonna buy these, like 100%. These are fucking gorgeous. I'm especially going to buy the duo pinks and the silver and gold. Those are the two that I would really like to buy. These are expensive. I don't mind paying, and I don't know how other people feel, but this is how I feel. I don't mind paying money for makeup if it's going to be like jaw-droppingly beautiful. I've swatched these. They are stunning. Like, they're gorgeous. They're up there with Pat McGrath shimmers for me after swatching in terms of like special shades. These are special. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. These are so special, and I just know I would get so much use out of these because, as I said earlier, I'm obsessed with glitter toppers and glitter shades. I think they're so beautiful. So this is something that's right up my alley, especially a duo. I think it's very compact, easy to bring with you, easy to add to a existing palette that you might have. You're not bringing in a bunch of excess shades that you don't need. I used to not like duos and trios or quads. I just was like, why would you buy that? It's kind of a waste. Like, you're only getting 4 shades. And because I used to want more quantity over quality, my mindset on that is definitely flipped, where now I'm much more interested in the quality of a product over the quantity of a product. So this is something that does super appeal to me, and I will be buying. I'm just letting you know right now. I'm gonna buy them. Wet n Wild did a gingerbread theme collection. You don't need any of this shit. I'm so sorry. Wet n Wild actually does have really good products and really good formulas for the most part. I actually like their stuff, but I find that with these limited edition releases that they do, like a gingerbread man themed one, which also gingerbread man, I know everything's been done, so it's hard to be original, but sometimes I'm like, can you guys just try? Can you pretend to try? Because like, I feel like Wet n Wild has done this every year. They have these little kits. You get like an eyelash curler or brushes or a lip gloss and a lip liner or sponges or an eyeshadow palette. Have all these little sets. It just all looks like cheap crap to me. Their formulas are notoriously worse in these limited edition releases. And also, nothing is cute about this packaging except for the packaging that you throw away, the stuff that it comes in. Everything else is like not even that decorated, or if it is, it has like a cute top to it. It's not fully all done out. The only thing I would honestly buy from this collection is the brush sets. I think the brush sets look really good, and Wet n Wild brushes are phenomenal. If you have a person in your life who is into makeup and you want to buy them brushes, I think Wet n Wild and e.l.f. are two really, really great options. But this brush set looks super cute. It's got like the red and white. I think that looks adorable. Everything else from this though just looks super cheap. Eyeshadow palette too, they also, I see, if I zoom in, you can see they kind of went the sand route, the same way that Lawless did, with a pop of green instead of a pop of blue. But yeah, it just looks uninspired. It's not very interesting. Not a big fan. Final one I want to talk about is this palette from Nomad, because I actually really love this. I'm not going to buy it because I don't need it, and I wouldn't really realistically wear a lot of these shades, but I wanted to put this in here because I feel like this is how you do a holiday palette. The blues and the reds and the bright golds, the super stark whites of snow. Like, this to me, if I were to put in a palette of Christmas colors, minus a green, I would probably put a green in, which it does kind of look like that gold has a green shift to it. So I think that that is a green shift gold. This is colors I would put in a Christmas palette. I think these all look amazing. Each one being individually embossed with different holiday themed things is adorable. I think that's so cute. I love the names of the palette. I think the packaging is absolutely stunning with the train on it. That to me is interesting. Like Polar Express. Let's do a Polar, that's one of my favorite Christmas movies, so I'm biased. But like, let's do a Polar Express themed makeup launch. That is so fun and cool. I'm a huge fan of this. Very big fan. I love this. I think this is how you do makeup collections, to be perfectly honest. I think this is beautiful. Again, won't buy it because I don't need it, but I think it's actually a perfect eyeshadow palette for the holiday season. All right, friends, that's gonna be it for me. I've yapped for long enough. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, or just like, or just subscribe, or do neither. Honestly, just so happy you're watching me. Thank you so much for being here. My social justice spotlight and my social media will be linked down below. And yeah, happy Glowmas. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh my God, that's exciting to say. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!